torpor.
If you watch that animal after he finishes convulsing, you'll see, because he's aware of the fact that we're all around him, and it's a very stressful experience for an animal like a polar bear. And after he settles down, and then he'll start doing a couple of deep breaths, and then he'll breathe really nicely, and it'll really... Now look, here he goes. See how he's breathing there now? You can see, so that even though it looks a little unpleasant to look at him convulsing like that, in fact, it lets off all that stress, and he then is able to relax and sleep the thing off.
So again, as I was saying, the idea of trauma as something that happens in the body that was, I think, almost completely new. So let me give you kind of an example. So it's typical that we have tension in our shoulders. So often that comes from a guarding response, a guarding reflex. So for example, if a child was hit by one of the parents, they often brace themselves to not be hit again. But what happens, though, is it stays in that bracing pattern, and it tells the brain that there's trauma, and the trauma is happening right now.
I just want to warn you, if you're a PTSD girly or man, like this is like potent stuff. That's why it's so important to release those stored emotions from the accident. So I did this 3 times a day. So what I would do is you lay on the ground with your feet touching like this. This is my knees. And you lift your legs up so the knees will meet each other. And while you're doing this, your legs are gonna start shaking. And at the spot where they're shaking, you're gonna stay. And you're gonna let them shake. And what happens is you're now releasing the stored trauma from your body, and all kinds of emotions are gonna come up. But you have to go through them. You can't suppress them, you have to go through them. You keep going, we'll stop vibrating here, you keep going, you're gonna vibrate. Eventually you get them together. And then you're gonna do the same thing, coming back down. And I just want to warn you, if you're a PTSD girly or man, like this is like potent stuff. Like don't do this and have something else planned the next day, because you're gonna feel really raw after doing that.
Away from it all again, away from my troubles and my sins.